So my name is Michał Telka, as Mariana said before, and I am, well, the CEO and one of the owners of the Wireless Game Studio. Albeit we are a game studio in itself, we also are, in a sense, software house. So we are a combination of both of them, and I will explain in short words where we want to be or where we are at the moment. So basically, the problem we are right now trying to solve, well, starting from the very beginning, we already have a couple of video games, especially for the let's say mobile platforms like AR or like VR, not yet so much, but AR already a lot of them, to be honest. But that's not about that. The problem which we want to solve with our software house or the video gaming studio is that currently on the AR market, so specifically augmented reality, which is one of the disruptive technologies which are mentioned in the Infium, there is, well, or we think, either we think or there is really no functional solution to the problem of a common topology of space for the real and virtual worlds. What I mean by that is there is no basically a solution which would be universal.
Michal, we don't see your presentation. We see your email.
Really?
On the screen. Yeah, so you need to restart. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no worries, no worries.
I did see it before.
I don't know what happened, to be honest, but let me see right now. Yeah.
There it
Resume
is.
slideshow.
Okay.
There it is. Okay. Sorry for that.
Much
Thank
better.
you, Mariana.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mariana, as well. So there is what I was saying before. Yeah. So there is actually currently lack of ability to accurately determine the player's location, the game space, or in the software space, as you can let's say understand it. So there is a difficulty with effectively projecting of the floor space plan, and then of course map it with respect to the geolocalization markers or indicators, as you however you call them, into the game itself. Yeah. So the existing solutions are not applicable that much to the mobile phones or to the, for example, iPads. So the smart technologies there as well, which are mobiles, because we focus mainly on the mobiles. Normally, you need to provide yourself, equip yourself with kind of additional hardware, which would be, or let it be a globe, or let it be some kind of pointer or laser or whichever additional hardware you may think of. And then with this hardware, of course, you are able to map and, let's say, localize all of the surfaces around you, but that's not what we are, let's say, aiming to. We are aiming to revolutionize this kind of, let's say, this kind of solution. And before I move forward, that's like a sense of video game market globally. You can see it's huge, and of course this presentation is not to show you or not to explain to you that the video game market is, especially for the mobile let's say devices, especially with the COVID-19 situation, is growing fastly and quickly. But of course here are some numbers which you can think of. What we want to specifically provide and equip our users with is the innovative technology to be used in mobile games created in AR technology, mostly for the mobile devices, both Android and iOS. But also not only create a game itself, because the game itself is a kind of, we do have the games already in our portfolio, but we want to move a step forward. So we want to create an engine for making games. For example, something as you might think of Unity or Unity Mars with the AR kit currently, or something very similar to that. Or either way, another case scenario would be to create a software for, let's say, measurements, for making software. So software as a service for other software providers, other software creators, also for the, let's say, we might think of other companies which could use our software as a measurement tool for the architects, for the gardeners, for the geophysicians, and all those things. Game studio and the game is, in a sense, a consequence of this system. Yeah. So technology itself concerns mapping, recognizing, saving and transferring, the real environment of the player to the game space or the software space in the system of locating virtual object in this space. it starts all with the machine learning and with the neural networks actually. So it starts all, and what revolutionizes this kind of solution, which we are, let's say, at the moment that we think we are the pioneers in, is that currently speaking, we do not have a system of recognition. Yeah, so even if you play like a Jurassic World Live or Pokemon Go, or you use the currently existing solutions, then you are obviously not able to map it with almost 100% accuracy. Yeah, because there are some kind of disadvantages of those systems which are obvious. Which I will, let's say, show you here. I don't want to, like, take that much time because I know it's not it's not too much still left, but I want to show you everything that I have. So the current solution is like current solutions are based on two approaches. Yeah, so either there is a use of camera in the mobile phone to record the real world and image processing algorithms, but again, it's not accurate because of the fact that, of course, there are changing environments, there are changing spaces. Well, you can have, I don't know, mobile point with food, let's say delivery, next to you, and you might have it tomorrow, and of course the image processing is not current after that happens, or it takes time to actually, let's say, upgrade this, or the application of the global positioning system technology. So those two sorry, are the ones which are currently in use. Limitations of phone camera are obvious. Yeah, so the algorithms do not have information about the places where the player has not yet pointed the camera. Yeah? So imagine you are in the open space and you cannot point the camera everywhere, because that would, waste a lot of time, and you will already, in a sense, lose your interest in whole gameplay. Plus, of course, you need to carry out all complicated, sometimes calculations in real time. So with the computing capabilities of mobile phones, especially even today with the highest technology at the moment, it's really time consuming. And of course, it can limit, in a sense, the visibility of the virtual objects in real space. And I have heard about some of the disadvantages or some of the discrepancies between the real life and the augmented reality scene space in the reality, as for example Pokemon Go players have been saying. Of course, I'm not saying it's a bad game or bad solution or something. Yeah, of course, it's a very big success of Niantic games, but on the other hand, you might see that there is a way of improvement. There is an area for improvement for that, and we want to head towards this. So limitations of the use of GPS, well, of course, it's all real time, yeah, but the accuracy, the time it takes to pinpoint your location do affect negatively on the game mechanics, yeah. So in the research and development phase, which we are currently proceeding a lot with, to be honest with you. So we are working a lot with the top professors, with some of the universities here in Europe to make sure that we cooperate with the right people, and that we can have the right research and development backbone of the project. So from this perspective, we call this in a little like discrepancy between the real life and the live or the reality scene in the game. Um, um, we There is a name for a specific name for this kind of disease, which I do not want to let's say reveal here, because I'm not sure about the name itself. But there is a disease like this, so we want to diminish this kind of reactions. It's impossible to detect small changes in the position in real time. Yeah, so everybody who is using GPS knows that if you, well, there are some situations in which the GPS users are forced towards the wall or towards the lake, which the GPS is saying to drive in or something. Yeah, of course, those are the technical mistakes of the system, but of course also the positioning in the real time, not able to pinpoint the small points. Yeah, games based on GPS technology allow players to share specific events, provided only that they are located in a specific geographic location. Yeah, so there is a limitation also with respect to the space that you're actually in. Our innovative solution. So we intend to develop two key innovations adapted to the computing capabilities of mobile phones. Like, this is like one of the utmost points that I want to make here. So not only for the games themselves, but also for the software as a service, or for the software for creating software slash software for creating games. We want to, let's say, make it capable, make it available for the current, let's say, technology. So space topology model, which is a unique mechanism for creating a detailed gameplay map. First of all, we need to register the real world and image processing algorithms to create a joint virtual world topology as a part of, in a sense, real world. Yeah. So the game and the software, first of all, was meant for the inner space, so for the indoors, not for the outdoors, like all of the other solutions which we currently have, because of the fact that the neural networks and the machine learning technologies together, when you combine them together, they are able to learn very quickly based on the existing databases. Yeah, so imagine a situation in which there is like not known space, not known room, not known house to neither of you, and you want to play a game or you want to map it for some reasons, like you are an architect, you are doing measurements of the surface around you, and you want to map it. And instead of like buying like thousands of different measurement tools and so on and so forth, instead of doing this, you just get there with your phone, you just map the whole, let's say, not known surface yet, because of the fact that the neural networks with the algorithm have already learned before how to proceed with those kind of surfaces. And imagine, guess what, in a couple of seconds you get the image which is close to, like, nearly the same as you can see outside, which of course then reduces the, in a sense, the feeling that I mentioned before. Yeah, so the discrepancy between the real and the augmented life. Innovative integration of image processing algorithms from sensors of the mobile phone. So again, you are not buying a specific hardware, you are just proceeding with all that you have in the mobile phone. And the main functionalities are a three-dimensional scan of the room and additional data facilitating the estimation of the user's position in the mapped space. Yeah, so imagine right now you would need to go, like, if you want to do this like that, of course, for the hobbyists, there is an option of doing this, but you need to, in a sense, equip yourself with the time and with the abilities and technical tools, and of course, buy some hardware, and then you can maybe do a kind of similar thing, yeah, which is again not that accurate, but we want to make it for every single user. So the location algorithm, as I mentioned before, well, here it says more in details, but again, I don't want to bore you with all those technical things, which are, of course, I mean, we developed a lot of research and development related documentation. Yeah, so for everybody interested in this, I can also share my contacts. I will also stay in the clubhouse in a couple of minutes from now to maybe let you also discuss this with me if you want, of course. But again, we have provided with a lot of research development related documentation, spreadsheets, all kinds of, in a sense, publications which, in a sense, prove our concept. It's still within the concept phase. So we are working with CD Projekt Red. We are working with Playway with respect to our games. But we want to also put additional grip on this project, in a sense. Revenue model, that's only for the game itself. Yeah. So the revenue model for software is based on subscription. Revenue model for the game is the Razor Blade or the free to play. So the FTP either way, or the Razor Blade. The Razor Blade, you can pay maximum USD 4.5 for the game itself, and then maybe for additional support or for the heroes equipment or for additional things, 10 USD per month. In the next stage is plus for the software development, which we want to also make a, let's say, a binary process subscription model also for the B2B clients, which we want to establish a lot. This is kind of our team, but again, it's only like in a sense part of us. So me myself, who already has the experience in managing technological projects, including the successful development of the deep learning machine for the geophysicians and geological companies. Also, we successfully provided with the IPO in Poland, because originally I'm from Poland. I live in the Netherlands currently, and provides the support for my team from here as well. So also we made an IPO for one of the electronics companies in Poland, which is one of the greatest hardware providers at the moment. I also took part in this. Mr. Wdowiak is our research and development director and chief programmer. He is also the PhD graduate of this year, actually. So who was still quite a young one, but already a full PhD, let's say, professor, and he has been working with the business in a sense, with the environment for his whole professional life, starting with high school with all those adventures before he joined the full time in a sense researcher work.